Yeah, Lori and Mark, WashDOT just announced that Amtrak trains will not use the Point Defiance bypass, that route that includes the derailment site near I-5, until further notice and until positive train control technology is implemented. That's technology that could have potentially slowed down the train. This comes as transit advocates and friends of the victims talk about the deadly crash.
He had model trains, he had toy trains, he enjoyed riding the trains, he was everything trains.
Jim Hamry was a train nut.
It was in his blood, you know. Jim was raised in Montana with 2 generations of his family that worked for the rail, and I know that he worked summers for the rail. It was how he was born and raised, and he drew a passion for it.
That's Philip Dobson talking about his longtime friend and colleague. Hamry hired Dobson years ago at the Washington State Department of Transportation, and after his retirement continued pushing for rail solutions like the one between Seattle and Portland.
Jim wouldn't have missed that event, being its inaugural run. He would have definitely been part of that.
Dobson says he had a horrible feeling the 61-year-old transit proponent was on the train.
My heart sunk, and I realized Jim would have been on that train. I immediately tried to contact him.
Now, with worst fears realized, he wants people to know his friend, if here today,
Jim was an amazing, caring man.
Would likely continue to push for more rail infrastructure and service.
It was tragic, it was awful. But I'm certain that he would still be in support of this line and what it represented to the region here.
I spoke with Sound Transit late today, which owns that stretch of roadway and railway. A spokesperson told me that that railway is out of commission, likely for at least a couple of weeks. And the scope of repairs includes fixes to the rail, signal equipment, and rail structure. So while the roadway underneath was not badly damaged, the same does not appear to be true for the rail line itself. That's the very latest. Live in the King 5 newsroom, I'm Chris Daniels, King 5 News.